Good timing, right at the song end. All right, so we are back. We're live once again, just barely, um, for a game tonight. Um, Anywho, why don't we go ahead and kick off with the game recap? So whoever has that, go ahead and let it rip, please.
Right. So it was season 1, episode 10, Echoes of the Trade. It was the day after last, where the Hollow Point Hotel was getting repaired and cleaned from its battle with the giant things that we had to fight previously. Naomi and Anthony were tagging along with scavengers to recover some supplies. And Alex was walking around the bunker with her robot friend, Civix. So that VI has a robot body now. That's really cool. And she also was wearing a special type of high-tech armor we hadn't seen before. Clearly not Nema issue, with the marking NE on the breastplate. So she explained that she did a mission with Sergeant Trent. They ran into this alien businessman, Delton Rhine, who appeared here on Earth, just like all these other DBs that we're finding. Shop, and we figured out that he's not the same as Zolvrak the Traitor. That's the one we learned about from the Tranquil Zone folks. They are apparently rivals with each other, mainly because Delton does not deal in slaves, Zavrak does, and the clientele they keep is different in a similar way. Let's see. So anyway, Sergeant Trent thought Alex's cyberkinesis would be helpful to track down a bunker that had contained resources that Nema wanted. But Ryan had already found that facility. A deal was struck to let Alex take a quick look. She did. It was just a office type place. She got to look through some emails on a computer, but all she could really get in the time she had was there's behavioral testing and having to do with children. And this bunker is at North Mountain, which is close to Choya Library that we had looked at earlier. So we had talked about a few things after that. Let's see here. I'll just go through this quick here. Oh, Dr. Argo actually got back with Marcus regarding the beefalo. The meat is edible, the shell is extremely sturdy, and he welcomes the opportunity for us to get more samples of other creatures and things. So we now have a persistent side quest to tick off those objectives. It's really cool. Looks like the ash outside is decreasing, so the solar panels are picking up more power due to more sunlight. Very good. And Marcus talked with Lieutenant Nichols about a few things, especially about the North Mountain bunker. Apparently, the analyst O'Toole believes it has significant intelligence, so it could be a good place to go to. And it also has some underground tunnels that go to some key areas, so it has some strategic value there as well. And the new armor that Alex is wearing, turns out it is definitely better than what Nema has. So trying to get more of that, especially from that Delton Ryan character, would be good. We learned that there's an alien mercenary team in the Wastelands, and the Dust Rats, who we had met a while ago, apparently aren't on friendly terms with Nema right now. So after that meeting, Marcus decided we're going to head out to go meet with Ryan. So he met up with the Ashhound crew, and they were going to come along with us, and we could use their APC. So we managed to get to the meeting place, found out that Ryan's business is called Naruni Enterprises, so that was the NE on the armor. That's what that's coming from. They've got proprietary stuff, apparently. We got to the destination. We were met by a monkey person in armor named Kozin, who got an Amazonian red-headed warrior woman named Nisaj to arrive with some hovercraft to then take us to the actual meetup place. When we got there, we met up with Dejira, a drow woman in a business suit, who works closely with Delton Ryan in business matters. and she had this special harness that automatically removed the special armor from Alex because it was just a trial. And let's see, learned about plasma rifles that they sell, and finally met up with Delton Ryan. He dresses in a suit, he has blue skin, no mouth, black eyes, and yes, even without no mouth, he can still talk and we can still hear him. It's weird. That's just how things are. He does know about that data center. That's what he calls the bunker that we were talking about. And he does have some information about it. But he was also interested in trading for NEMA fusion blocks. The chip was able to show some battle footage he had of when they used a fusion block to destroy the Beefalo. So Ryan wants 3 of those, and for that, he's willing to give over 10 of those advanced personal armor suits and a heavy plasma rifle for Sergeant Carter, because she had noticed that earlier. She really likes that gun. So we exchanged comm frequencies. He mentioned that he'll extend loans and lines of credit if that sweetens the deal any. And then we headed back home, and Mike won the RP vote for the evening.
Good job.
There we go. So at this point, you guys have made your way back to the base, which is the National Guard and emergency bunker, or I should say emergency services bunker, just a little north of the zoo. Those of you who don't know, for the visuals. The base has been pretty active. They've got some people going through the paces and doing some basic training. Not quite like you would expect going to some military facility to have that happen, but they have to make do. The place is big enough that you can do laps and get certain pardon me. You can get certain degrees of training and getting people into shape while on the grounds without having to go terribly far. You can see the this hasn't been brought up a whole lot, but if you guys go and look at the facility itself, you'll note, like if you look at a satellite map, you can tell that at one point in time on the north side of the property, there was an old runway there at one point in time, and they just kind of turned it into a road. So what NEMA has done now that they've taken this place over is they have refurbished that into a stretch of landing strip.
I'm laughing because the map actually calls it Old Runway Drive.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Fine.
But that is what's happening right now. You guys have pulled in. You guys traveled with the Ash Hounds, if I remember correctly, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Is that out of character, Brittany?
What?
Was that out of character for a question?
No.
Okay. It was either that
Sorry,
or
I'm
you
just
were using
I'm just
animal
gesticulating.
Whispers. Okay. Now, I'm not a loser. Hey.
While we were starting the stream, we determined she was the Queen of Lame.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's my claim to lame.
Claim to lame.
Shelly gave me that power.
Okay. We will beat up Shelly later then, if that's the case. Of course, it doesn't help that she's on mute.
Haha.
I said I didn't call her lame. I said she was the authority of lame. She knows what is lame and what is not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
It's true.
I'm feeling some XP deductions coming up in the near future.
Oh no.
So,
Okay.
At any rate,
Where
but
were
you guys have pulled into the base at this point. Thankfully, there was nothing active or dangerous that took place outside of that meeting. And by the time you guys pull in, this is actually the first day that there has not been any ashfall.
Ooh.
Now, keep in mind, it doesn't mean certain bits don't get brushed up because of a breeze or something, but nothing is actively falling from the sky. So that is a good sign.
Wow.
Especially coming up into winter months. Because you guys are going to be able to use it. And right as the Ashhounds pull up, you see Civics is there waiting. He has a toolbox and a squeegee.
Nice. Very punctual. He's all ready to go to service this vehicle when it gets back.
He's
Fantastic.
your best friend and mine.
So
No,
as
thank you.
you pull up, and of course everybody's disembarking and whatnot, he's greeting everybody. Hello, welcome home. Greetings. Hello, welcome home.
Marcus just walks past him.
Okay.
Heads for
I'll stop and
command area.
I'll stop and pat him on the back.
And he says, "Ma'am, would you please remind Mr. Stone that he must bring his armor out so that I may proceed to clean?" And he pulls out, a bottle of Windex and pumps it once with the fingers.
This is great. I'll be right back. Runs, gets the armor, brings it out.
Okay. So he proceeds to start, cleaning down the
What a team
APC.
player.
And he goes so far. Keep in mind, he's trying to mimic what he's seen people do, especially when they're dealing with shiny objects. So he'll because if guys didn't know, the armor that Chip Stone flies up in the air with, the chrome, it's
Silver Eagle.
Silver Eagle. It's named that because it does shine like it's silver. That is it's made of laser resistant material, which causes laser attacks to refract off of it and only do like half damage. So when Civics gets up there, he's got like his squeegee and whatnot, and he'll like squirt it down and clean it up and make sure, but he'll lean in occasionally and he goes, even though nothing comes out.
I was going to ask.
He has no breath.
Okay. Right.
He doesn't breathe.
Right, exactly. He's still learning. So
I
you guys are
forgot
going to have to
I wasn't
report in
muted.
at this point.
You're
Marcus
doing
Seville,
great, Civ.
Marcus Seville is clearly already on his way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I leave the armor with Civics, pat him on the back. You're doing great, Civ. Take off.
What is Stone's rank again? I don't want to pull it up real quick.
Specialist.
Specialist, okay. I couldn't remember if you were one of the specialists or if you had a rank like corporal, sergeant, whatever.
Right.
So he just says, "Thank you, Specialist Stone." He goes to buffing it over and whatnot, making sure it looks like shiny.
Excellent.
Marcus will tell him, it's one thing to let him shine it, but don't let him work on it.
Oh yeah, I'm just letting him do the cleaning. Yeah, I'm not going to have him tinker around with the electronics or anything. I get you, especially after what all of you went through within that bunker. That sounded terrible.
All right. Let's go find the lieutenant.
All right. He's actually currently on the grounds overseeing some people while they are shooting. And you can tell, like, none of these are military. He's helping to train up the non-military personnel so they have some combat effectiveness.
It's okay. 6 months ago, neither was I. So,
There you go.
Lieutenant.
Ah, Chief, you're back. He salutes you back as you salute him, and he motions you on over. And then he looks over to a sergeant that happens to be nearby and just says, carry on. That sergeant steps up, starts taking, control over the people who are currently on the firing range. And he motions for you to walk with him as he's heading back towards the command center.
Give me a second. I was trying to pull up the notes and I hit the wrong channel, and I'm like, Torinar. So,
Yes, Lord Torinar is here too. He is very well connected.
Oh no.
That guy's everywhere.
Oh dang!
You want the short version?
Provided you're not leaving out any important details, let's do that.
All right. Well, we met with Delta and Ryan. He's clearly a very well connected broker of high technology. He's the one who had provided, was it Naomi with the suit? Forget who had
Alex.
the suit. Alex. Alex? Okay, my bad.
You're fine.
So, they had loaned Alex the suit. Suit really seems to check out. So we opened the door for negotiations. We talked about the bunker a little bit. He's being stingy with the details, of course. He said it was he called it a data center connected to the school system. But he also seemed to know that it had been touched by other people. So,
Did he say
anyway,
by who?
No, and I get the feeling we're going to need to do more business with them before we get to that level of conversation.
Interesting. That's probably why we got a call from him.
While we were out?
Correct.
Oh, well, what did he want?
Apparently he had another business offer and he's on his way here. So I'm thinking something happened in the interim on your way back.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what's on the table already is that he wants to trade 10 of those suits, those enhanced body armors, for 3 of our fusion bombs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough sell. I'm not the one that can obviously make that call, but I guess we should probably wait to see what else he's going to offer at this point.
Right. I wanted to give it to you to go up the chain to whoever's appropriate to green light that sort of thing.
Right.
The body armor would be very useful, and it would have been very useful in some of our missions already. But fusion bomb, I saw the footage of one fusion bomb going off, and that's a lot of firepower.
Right.
But I'm trying to leverage our growing set of connections around the valley,
Right.
as us bringing potential business his way. So I think he should have a motivation not to double cross us. But I don't want to call him in the pocket or anything.
Well, you are the businessman here. That's not really my forte, but I get where you're coming from. Let's do this in the meantime. We know he's going to be coming here. See if you can get a hold of the specs of one of those fusion blocks and have your team go over what it would take to replicate one. I want to at least have that on our side and not leave it up to the eggheads to let us know one way or the other. Because if we can start getting, if it's possible, and we can get some supplies that would help replicate that, that puts us in a better position either way.
will do, but I mean, just on the surface, it's a fusion bomb. So unless we have fusion devices, okay, hold on. This is a settings question. Do we have small portable fusion reactors handy?
In some
In
cases,
2099?
yes.
Okay.
They were. Society got to the point where small nuclear and fusion style device, or not small, I mean, not like jump drive small, but it got to the point where if you were fairly rich, you could probably afford a vehicle that was powered by one.
Okay.
So it would be possible on that same scope, obviously. Like, if you're going to do that, you didn't have access to military tech, you're probably going to want to try and hit up like high-end car stores or, car lots
Yeah.
or whatnot.
All right. Yeah, we'll get on that. Also, one of the we got to look through his catalog, and one of the things he has that I want to keep an eye on is ammo-less armaments. But the trade-off there is that they run off, energy cells, and of course he sells the energy cells. So
Makes sense. He's trying to corner the market.
yeah. But on the other hand, we do have a real problem in that, so far as I know, nobody's
I know
making bullets.
exactly where you're going with that, and because he points over to the people that are training right now. Command is well aware of that, and that's one of the reasons why they've got some scouts trying to scavenge additional military tech, specific to weapons.
It seems like if we're thinking about putting together our own fusion bomb, surely we could put together a bullet press. That's hundreds of years old technology.
Well, that's the problem. It's easy tech. It's not readily available tech. So obviously some of our machinists are trying to put something together from my understanding. But, and I do believe, I haven't been there, but I do believe the Deer Valley base has a couple of presses available for that particular reason. What I'm picking up from Command, however, is there's going to be a job soon taking us out to the Air Force Base for that very reason. I think they're trying to not only capture facilities that would be advantageous to our group, but obviously for any material that might be locked away, and weapons and gear.
Speaking of the air, have they said anything about I don't want to call it clear skies, but less doomsday skies?
I've been checking up on that. Unfortunately, we don't have meteorological reports, and we don't have access to any satellites. That whole system's gone down. There's still that blockage in the way. But Dr. Argo tells us that based on the time frame and the potential damage from the eruptions, we should be coming to the end at this point, barring any major storms.
All right, well, fingers crossed.
Which that obviously is going to help, and I think they're going to be diverting more attention to solar cells and attempting to get more solar panels up too.
All right, well, I'll go inform my team to be ready for our visitor.
And just obviously, I don't expect you to have any answers, but you might want to spread that word. He should probably be here in about the next half hour.
Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant.
So I salute you back and carry on.
All right, well, he goes and finds the two of you, or is Tilly showing up?
Tilly's here.
Okay. Hey, Tilly.
You muted.
Hey, long time no see. How are you doing, Chief?
Okay. Things have been active the last few weeks.
Yeah, the militia's had me pretty busy, but got some time to hang out with you guys.
Well, your timing is fantastic.
Good.
So, for everybody, Mr. Delton Ryan is on his way here.
That was
Why? What did we
quick.
do?
Not that we did anything, but I guess something happened after we left. I don't know that it directly can. I don't know what it is. Something happened which motivated him to reach out to the base and tell them he was coming here. So that is pretty much all I know at this point.
Okay.
So
Is
he should be
this
here. What?
a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, honestly, it could be either. I mean, just my first thoughts on it are, that this is a matter that A, couldn't be handled over the airwaves, and B, motivated him to leave his little safe area where he was at to come here. So either
Hmm.
if I had to roll the dice on something, I would say that maybe he got driven out, maybe he was attacked and it needs shelter. I don't know. But I don't know that that's it either. I don't want to assume that he's coming to us as a supplicant because
Interesting.
we saw his armaments. So anyway, he's coming, and we are the faces he knows so far. So let's be ready to receive him.
Okay.
Jerome, does Matilda know who that is?
Ooh.
Who he's talking about?
Oh no, huh? You haven't been involved in that yet.
Yeah. Chief,
Yes?
who is that?
You know you don't have to raise your hand, right?
Oh, well, old
No.
habits.
So, all right. So he's going to look strange. He's, who he is he's a broker, and he's a broker of high technology equipment. We're trying to make deals with him, as a team and as NEMA for some of the things we need and upgrades to some of the things we have. So that's who he is. What he is, if you ever seen those classic pictures of aliens where they have sort of the big eyes and no mouth, that's what he looks like, except that he's blue.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
Those are my toes.
I just want to tell you that so you're,
So, did he come down with all the other aliens, or?
we didn't get a chance to ask him his backstory. I'm assuming, yes, that he came through the rifts just like everybody else who's shown up.
Okay.
But once he got here, he has quite the cast of characters around him. One of which is a very aggressive sentient ape.
So he's one of the good guys?
He is an independent. He has his own power at the moment.
Okay.
We'll see what's happening. We'll see what brings him here. But he, when we went to meet him, he was pretty well protected.
Okay.
I don't know the extent of his operation beyond the 4 people we met. They could be a small group with good connections. They could be just the visible part of a much larger iceberg. I don't know.
So, what would you like me to do? Or do you need a rundown of what I've been doing?
That would be helpful.
Okay. Well, I've been part of Sergeant Clarissa Trent's group.
Oh, yeah?
We, we're the militia. We kind of go into the high risk zones where, the regular Echo groups are kind of stretched thin. I'm more of a scout. I've learned quite a bit. I I've got my marksmanship from Corporal Varela, and so I am now considered a sharpshooter, and I still have those survival skills. Still can sneak around like a mouse. But I didn't get any of the funky mojo like a lot of people did. I'm just still me. So if you need people in the high ground, I'm your gal.
That's good to know. I mean, I don't think we'll need it for this meeting because I don't think they're going to come into our base and start trouble unless they're trying to take over. But
Right.
I don't think that's the case.
Well, as far as I know, as long as Sergeant Trent doesn't need me, I'm at your disposal.
All right. Well, why don't you hang out with us?
I'd love to.
Nice.
We should tell her about the AI that tried to kill us.
Yeah, you guys been having some fun without me. You have to catch me up on your
Yeah.
guys'.
You'll have to tell us what kind of hijinks you've been into with the ash hounds.
Yeah, well, a lot. But yeah, we'll have to catch a drink and sit down and trade some stories.
Dale or Chip killed a stegosaur or something.
Yeah, the beefalo. That was fun. And a fire giant elemental.
and a fire monster in one day.
Wow, you've been busy. How's the flying going?
It's going great, actually. Even with the ash as it's been able to take to the skies for a decent amount. But fortunately, I haven't needed to do any prolonged flights, anything long range or anything. But
Well, thankfully, the ashes looks like it's coming to an end. I can't wait because I want to get my truck out. Be nice to have my own wheels again.
yeah,
I like riding horseback, but sometimes there's just, truck just gives you a little bit more protection.
I'm hoping we can convert our hovering vehicles to repulsor lift instead of fans at some point.
Yeah, that would help keep the ash clouds down.
I just realized
How about the
Stone,
weather
you might be
today,
the first one of us to see the sun, depending on how high that armor will go.
yeah, I'm not sure that the ceiling on that would be high enough. I mean, typically, if I'm just hovering, it's 1,000 feet. But it's I can go an absolute maximum of 10,000 feet in the air. So I suppose I could, but that could probably be dangerous, and I'd have to be traveling through the majority of the ash, and it's going to be sucking up that much more. So,
Yeah, that's not high enough.
yeah,
You need to hit 50,000 feet or something.
right.
All right, well, let's wait for the guests.
All right.
All right. Well,
We'll have some cards.
oh sure. Okay. So breaking out some cards and getting active then. it's not long. You guys don't even get hailed. You can hear that people are, because they're the first visitors anybody has seen at the base outside of, APCs and whatnot that you guys have coming through. No one comes here to visit. So
Right.
you see this very classy looking, but armored, like hover transport start, floating up, to the gate. Of course, they allow it to come through as they, but park immediately right next to it because they're not going to allow this thing to go further into the base. And then stepping out, of course, is Dejira, who you've seen before. Looks very much like a drow elf. And then Delta and Rhine, who is previously explained by Marcus Seville. Impeccable suit, blue skin, black eyes, no mouth, bald. He steps out and he looks around as if he's, taking everything in. Not with a critical eye, as if, looking at somebody's house for the first time.
Right.
Sort of thing, like, oh, okay, well, I probably wouldn't have done that. Oh, that's interesting. Just like taking everything in. She, of course, has a clipboard, and she does have a noticeable weapon. The rest of his guard remain by his particular ship. It's clear that they don't have to ask him to do certain things. Like, he's already assuming, like, okay, well, we can't bring, X amount of people, that, like, this, that, and the other. Like, he's an old pro at negotiating and understanding when somebody, when you're on somebody's turf, being more conservative, pragmatic, that sort of thing. So he approaches, and, command staff with Lieutenant Nichols is there. And they begin speaking to them, and you can tell, like, the scuttlebutt immediately around nearby. There's like, whoa, what is he like? Is he something from the Rift, or is he like some sort of mutant, or what? Like, there's just all kinds of talk. Probably the most interesting thing is that he's dressed like a businessman, and pretty much everybody's assuming, well, we're in the apocalypse. Like, why is he all dudded up? Sort of thing. But then it's like, so it's like, that's, yeah, there's some comments about his blue skin, the fact he has no mouth, as some people would do, but that's probably the thing that throws everybody off the most, is that he came clearly in his Sunday's finest, and that's what stands out the most in this, blasted hellscape of Phoenix, Arizona at this point. But as they go, walking in to go take care of things, eventually you guys do get summoned to come and listen to what they're discussing. And you've also been specifically asked by Mr. Rhine to attend.
Right. Well, let's go.
So they have obviously taken this into, they haven't brought it into the command center. It's actually, they've taken over one of the ready rooms that was specifically used for like emergency dispatch and whatnot in the, it's like the barracks for the National Guard.
Okay.
So obviously, I mean, that's sensitive. You don't want, enemies around your soldiers, but obviously this isn't around anything intelligence based. So they're trying to sequester this as best as possible. But he comes in, eventually, they wait to proceed until those of you who are present, arrive. And Lieutenant Nichols is leading this off, but he has O'Toole on the monitor here as well, because O'Toole is up at the northern base. And Mr. Ryan at this point indicates that he has an offer he felt was worthy enough to present it to all of you in person. Not only is it a concern, but he feels it could further cement the business relationship between Nima and Naruni Enterprise. And as everybody starts to discuss, Dejira ends up using her tablet and putting up like a visual holovid that just kind of displays, about like 2 feet above the data pad itself. And he says, because of how I feel, I'm not really going to go into the voice and everything. I'm just going to kind of explain what's going on. He says his people have found something of value, not only to him, but to Nima. And as he explains, his people managed to find another caravan. This one was heading north, and explains that this one is in a territory you refer to as Anthem. He isn't entirely sure where they're going. He just knows that it is north of that. His people could follow far enough along to tell that they were going somewhere into Anthem, and they settled down. He explains that the caravan seemed to have had not only scavenged supplies and equipment, but also people potentially. And he says they seem to be the caravan itself seems to be guarded by humans, as well as what are called gargoyle lights.
Gargoyle what?
Gargoyle lights. And of course they show a picture not of the caravan, but kind of like if you were to say, here's the anatomy of a human. They pull up one. It's like, here's the anatomy of a gargoyle light. Like, clearly they've run into these people before too. And they look like gargoyles, like you would expect a typical gargoyle would look like. Their wings are a little bit smaller, and the bio off the side indicates that they're usually somewhere in the range of 3 to 3.5 feet tall.
I was about to ask if we were talking about Disney gargoyles versus like cathedral gargoyles.
Look-wise, similar to Disney gargoyles, but small. SMOL. He
I don't know that word is going to be used with anything gargoyle looking, but small.
Yeah.
It usually implies cute. So.
Right. So, anyways, but he does explain that there were several that flew around the caravan, giving the idea that they were some sort of aerial support. And what he does show, they have a couple pictures from whatever people he has, like scouts or whatever, probably drones, but they managed to pick up on it. And you do end up seeing what appears to be either scrap metal or maybe disassembled armor of some kind that does have Nima logos on it. And as they're reviewing that, obviously Command is like, it's like, okay, yeah, that's not okay. Like, clearly, O'Toole has more of a poker face. But if this is actual Nima tech, it means they probably know where a stash is and has either raided it and they're using it against other people, or they killed some of basically their own men to get it. So either way, this is not good, and they're not okay with that. But as he continues to explain, he says, you are aware of the individual that I have spoken about, who is a rival in this particular area, Zovrak the Traitor. And he says, it is our belief that this is one of his advanced scouting parties. So, as you would see, we have a mutual enemy.
How
So-
sure are you of that?
We wouldn't have brought this information to you if we weren't at least 90% certain of this particular issue. He says the entities that Zovrak works for often use labor such as these gargoylites for some of their dirty work. And then he also points out an obvious magic user that happens to be in the group, obviously dressed differently and has some, lighter armor and whatnot, but you can tell that this particular individual happens to have a staff with some sort of like fleshy thing at the end that's held in like some sort of weird looking goo or liquid.
Ew.
Yeah, and at that point, Delton Ryan says that is an accurate comment. Those are a form of symbiote, magical based. It is something that his kind specializes in.
Okay. All right. Well, how big is the caravan? Like, what are we looking at here?
This particular caravan has 3 vehicles in it, and it was flanked by. Let me see. It was actually flanked by 10 of those gargoyle lights.
So, if we go out there and there's a fight, it's 3 vehicles and 10 flying creatures, and we have 1 flying creature.
So, at that point, Lieutenant Nichols just kind of holds his hand up, like, we're not discussing that as of yet, sort
Okay.
of thing. And Delton Ryan, sees some hesitation, and he says, "Given that we are on the same side in this particular matter, I am prepared to give you much more favorable terms on our potential business dealing, as well as future business dealings, should you decide to take up this particular task." And so O'Toole chimes in from the video screen, and he says, "So what are we talking here?" And he says, basically what he ends up explaining is that he will throw in 5 more of those tactical suits that the original deal was for, which by this point you guys have already kind of filled him in on the whole deal and whatnot. He says he will throw in 3 additional skimmer bikes, which come combat ready.
Wait, what was that? 3 additional what?
Skimmer bikes. They are the NE-ATV/37 skimmer bikes.
Okay.
Which you guys actually saw those. Those are basically hover bikes that have mini missile pods attached to them as well. So they're not just for riding; they're for running and gunning. And he also, oh, and of course, yeah, and the deal. He's and he says the deal I'm proposing, obviously, is any so in addition to what he's offering there, and better future relations, better deals to come in the future, is that you take out that operation, you recover anything else that's there. That he's basically he's surrendering all scavenge rights to whatever it is that they have, minus anything that's actually Naruni tech. All of that must be brought back in. The rest of it, whatever they have, is up to you. And then, of course, the skimmer bikes and an additional set of armored suits, which at 15 almost allows you to deck out. Well, if you kept them to a special operations group, fire team of 5 men, that would give you 3 spec op teams that you could send out in better armor potentially. So that's nothing to sneeze at. And having additional vehicles that are combat ready is actually very valuable as well. So that in essence, so basically what NEMA is being asked to do, well, what they're giving is, or what they're asked is, okay, give us the 3 fusion blocks. We're going to sweeten the pot with this stuff. Also give you better, better business terms for anything that you have later on. And anything that you find there, minus Naruni tech, you get to keep.
That sounds like a good deal. You mind if we discuss it internally?
Of course. And so he motions first for Dejera to step up, and he follows and steps outside to go into the waiting room.
Thoughts?
Wouldn't mind having a couple of those bikes.
I don't know. How do we fight those gargoyle things?
Well, I mean, we can shoot them.
That was my plan.
They-
I was just going
are
to
they
keep
like-
shooting them until they die.
It's a good plan.
That works really well.
I mean,
I've
are
found
they
that
like made
works.
of rock or what?
Have you seen what his guns did to the asphalt?
So O'Toole chimes in at this point, and he says,
Fair enough.
he offered us the specs on these particular creatures, and from what we can tell, the gargoyleites are they do appear to be fairly sturdy. They can individually take or sustain military fire, but it doesn't look like they should be too much difficult. Too difficult.
And how many
I know
did he
English.
say there was?
10.
10 of
Well,
them.
there were 10 around that particular group, yeah.
Any of them that try to take off or try to dive down on us from above, I can handle in my armor. Any of them that stay along the ground can be mopped up by everyone else, including any APCs that we're bringing with.
Well, I'm hoping the APCs are going to help you in the air too. Our other God, there's several things running through my mind right now. One of them is this guy came up and flashed some shinies and it's like, hey, can you go fight these people for me? I'm not entirely hot on the idea of becoming a mercenary group. because that means, we don't have the power. But, I could get past that in the name of good relations. Also, it's not like the Gargoyle Knights are the only things we'll have to fight. Whoever's in those vehicles, they're going to present another force we have to fight with. And then on top of that, there's a wizard.
And there's just going to be just us against all that.
Right. And that is Corporal Palmer. I don't know how you feel about going toe-to-toe with another wizard. But this might be the time to find out.
Any chance that there's a blue zone nearby?
I look up at O'Toole.
Pick our territory?
Yeah, at that point, O'Toole's like, our intel of that particular area is very sparse. So we're going to count on, ideally, we want to, if we're going to do this, we're going to want to scout first and ascertain what sort of strength they have, which would also let us know if they have access to a blue zone in that area.
That's a double-edged sword, because if there is one, good for us, but also good for them, because wizard.
Right. Well, then we'd want to make the first attack swift and try to take him out with the first barrage, then maybe, if at all possible. Because I've seen what wizards do. If you get a bunch of them together, you're a fire. They can make some pretty gnarly things. So who knows what this guy can do with that symbiote staff? Do we know what that's supposed to do? Is it a special magical something? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, Lieutenant Nichols shrugs, and O'Toole, he looks over to O'Toole, and he says, "We are sparse on that information as well. Thankfully, however, our magically inclined allies in the Tranquil Zone seem to have an understanding of that. I don't fully understand it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole magic paradigm, but it seems to work like a magic amplifier.
So it's just going to make him more powerful, whatever he does.
Or perhaps, again, this is a high-level overview, or perhaps give him additional abilities.
It'd be a good souvenir for you, Corporal.
I don't think I want that kind of power.
Hey, maybe it's a traveling blue zone.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
So if we loot the bad guys, you're going to get a magic staff +1? That's actually pretty great. I'm liking this.
Yeah, and
yes,
Lieutenant
Mark,
Nichols at
laughing.
that point, he's like, that was a D&D reference, wasn't it? I think I got that one.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
I'm guessing that Naruni doesn't want to interfere directly because it's like a trade war thing.
I'm guessing they don't have the manpower.
They sure have a lot better weapons than we do.
Yes,
Doesn't
but
mean they have soldiers.
if the four of them that we've met so far are their entire enterprise, they don't have the hands to hold them all.
Well, we're not too much more than them.
We
Unless
are if you involve the Hollow Point Hotel. Then we're, what would we be, like 10, 12? Yeah,
Well-
they have 10 in that thing plus 2 robots.
yeah, and I don't know what Sergeant Trent and their group are doing.
Well, I'm assuming we're not going to get, this isn't like an all hands on deck thing. We're not going to get all the ABCs to go with us.
Yeah.
Turn and look at the commanders. Who will
Oh, hang on. Can you guys still see and hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a brief spike here where it went down. So we lost 0.1 frames.
Oh no.
We'll never get that back.
I'll never financially recover from this. So I'm sorry, what was your question again?
Personnel. Is Echo 9 in support? Is that who we're talking about for this?
Right now it's Echo. Right now it's Echo 9. If they're going to go through with this, and he's still got it up in the air right now. He says Echo 9 will be on recon. We're not going to commit anything beyond that at this point because we don't want to pick a fight that we don't need to pick. As sweet as this deal is. But even O'Toole is kind of cringing. And he's like, that could be some of our people in there. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not okay thinking that some of our people could be languishing away or being sold off. This I have to put, and he's physically like motioning with his hand. He's like, I have to take my analyst cap off for a second and put my humanity cap on for that, because we can't make it. None of us can make it out of this hellscape if we just allow stuff like that to happen.
Well, I guess I don't mind doing some recon. I don't want to commit to taking them on with just our team, but gathering information should be useful.
So
We can stay.
Lieutenant Nichols looks to O'Toole at this point, and he says, give me a couple minutes to brief the major, and I will be right back with you.
So once he's gone, do we want it? I mean, if this is turning into a scouting mission, do we want to see if we can get those bikes ahead of time and do it on those? Because I mean, the hotel is not very stealthy.
And what's the hotel?
The Hollow Point Hotel. It's a massive tank APC missile launcher with a big cannon on top.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen that. Yeah, that's kind of a big advertisement. Because I'm just kind of used to going in quiet.
Well, on one hand, like I looked up Anthem. Anthem's on the north end of town, like actually past Southwest Command. So to get across town to that area, we might want to take the hotel because we have definitely needed them to get us across town a few times before. On the other hand, we're going to have to leave them behind at some point. And then it's a question of, do we want to be on foot or do we want to have these skimmer bikes?
Will the skimmer bikes fit in the hotel?
Probably. I mean, his flying suit does.
If anything, they could just be ridden alongside the hotel, depending on how much power they've got.
Well, Lieutenant Nichols at this point is like, well, let's not anticipate getting those ahead of time because that's probably a no-go. But seeing as we're just looking to scout, and he's pulling up a map at this point, he says there's a low-range mountain just south of that position. Coming into Anthem. My suggestion would be to recon that particular area, and since that gives you some high ground, that might be how we spot them. especially with the weather lightening up.
That's what I would pick.
All right. Well, you're our scout. So yeah, I found
Yeah.
it. Take the 17 up to those hills right there.
Desert Hills. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start.
It does seem kind of like of a long way, but well, to where my map says Anthem is, there's a whole valley here, but it's probably all knocked over.
So the screen comes back. O'Toole comes back online, and he says, "I've just run this up to chain. We are green light for the scouting mission initially, and we'll see what you can report back."
Understood.
You will be taking the Hollow Point Hotel out. And he says, "I overheard Lieutenant Nichols' suggestion. That would be my suggestion as well. See what we can find out from there. Barring anything else that might be taking place, let's avoid contact with anything else in the meantime. The temptation may be there to scavenge or rescue individuals, but we don't have that luxury as of this point." Marcus, why don't you give me a wits and investigations check. Difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7?
Difficulty 7.
All right. Ew. Not my best roll. Nothing.
Nice.
Add the nothing.
Yep.
There-
Carry
carry
the nothing. Got Jane on scouting here. Nothing. Part of the nothing. Carry the nothing.
Well, I'm waiting for my meditation roll at some point. Oops. I turned on our stream. It's got a commercial. So
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I get paid for those commercials, but it's like 5 or 10 cents or something weird like that. It's abysmally low.
it's dogs driving a car.
Nice.
Nice.
A Subaru.
I'll tell you what. Stone, why don't you give me a wits and alertness check, or wits and investigation? Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's still good.
Yeah.
Also, difficulty 7.
Also difficulty 7.
3 successes.
Oh wow.
Damn.
And that is why he's the pilot.
Silver Eagle Eyes.
Yep.
You got it.
So Specialist Stone, I just posted this in the Facebook chat. You see a face looking out the side of one of the transports. Looks similar to that.
I knew it.
So the moment he sees that, he goes ahead in his own data pad and pulls up that information that Marcus had given him like a while back for that.
Mhm.
And he goes, Chief, it's her.
Yeah. So,
She's in one of those vehicles.
Who is she?
someone I've been looking for.
Good or bad?
Oh no, good.
So-
Somebody I just recently figured out I'd have to rescue.
So this is okay. So this is a rescue target.
It is
Got
now.
it. Okay. Good to know.
So
Marcus is pacing at this point.
okay. So O'Toole tells Nichols to have Delton Ryan and his assistant come back in. And they
Wait, hang on. I'm going to take Chip's data pad and put it in front of Lieutenant Nichols.
okay.
That's one of my targets.
Okay. So that just reaffirms that we need to scout this place out.
Yeah, I know.
But understood. And so they come walking back in, and O'Toole ends up telling Delton Ryan, he says, we have a tentative agreement. We need to scout this. We need to scout the location first to see where these individuals might be at. And then once we can determine their strength and what type of operation they have going on, we will let you know. And with that, he motions, he gives a little bit of a bow, and he says, "Thank you very much. I expect to hear from you soon."
Hold on, I have an equipment question before you go. We're going to need telescopic sight. Do you have high-powered binoculars we could take out on loan?
Yeah, I mean, Lieutenant Nichols at that point is like, "Yeah, I've got you covered, Chief."
Well, I was going to say, if Nima has it, I'm not going to ask the broker. But
Right.
okay, never mind then.
Lieutenant Nichols. Well, Nima doesn't technically have like what you're looking for there. He, however, does, which means it's tech from someplace else.
Right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on a set of those.
All right, well then we're covered.
All right. Well, so at that point, once he leaves, O'Toole at this point says, "We need as much intelligence as you can gather. So this isn't just about finding these particular areas or finding this group. We need to know what's north of here, and we need to know it yesterday. If there is some sort of group operating the north of here, that could potentially put our operations in Deer Valley at risk. That's our main home base. It's the source of all of our machinery and the source of almost anything else that we supply to the location you are at. If it goes down, we're in a world of hurt. Do what you can to not be detected. We will attempt to have some sort of reinforcements in the vicinity should something go wrong, but don't expect it as of this point. We have been hearing rumors that the Dragon downtown is still being seen and on the move. So we're trying to be spry and ready in case we have to deal with that.
Okay.
Were there any other questions? Any other concerns that you needed from us?
Is that Delton Ryan asking that?
No, that's the lieutenant and O'Toole.
No, just the equipment, and let's go.
All right, copy that. Then you are cleared to leave in the next 5 minutes. Get everything that you can. I will meet you over at the Hollow Point Hotel with the goggles. I expect them back, Chief. I can't replace them.
She will salute and go put her dogs away. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention when she's home, she has a Carne Corso and a Boxer that are her shadows.
Nice.
I had been
Just at
thinking
the
about
base?
getting Marcus a dog, but okay, you got
Yeah, the Corso's name is Rune, and Boxer is Grudge. But yes, I would love to teach them to track, but it's too much for Jerome with all his other NPCs, so they're grounded at the base.
I hope they are friendly to cats.
That's what
Sure.
civics is for.
Yep.
Bad
She also
dog.
has.
Trust
She also has a Palomar horse that she named Ashmane.
Boy.
Yeah, and the name means evoking suit and survival after fire.
Okay.
All right, well, Marcus goes and arms the hell up.
Okay.
Oh, Jerome, I do
What?
have a question that I've been meaning to ask you because I don't have.
The answer's a no.
Well, I need to
What's
know.
up?
I need my armor
Oh.
rating. She's got scavenged leather armor with light plates. So, what is my armor rating going to be?
1 second.
We said the answer was no.
No armor for you.
This is true.
Lame.
Let me get the converted list.
I
here real quick.
stamp it.
All right.
And any penalties that might come with it.
No penalties.
Okay. I didn't think so with leather. But she needs the light stuff for her mobility.
Do we have like desert camo?
Oh yeah.
Is that what we're wearing?
Oh,
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Just thought of it.
Yep. Okay, so your the main body isn't. It's not an armor rating, by the way. It works differently here.
Okay.
So the main body is a 9.
Okay.
Your helmet is a 5.
Okay.
Your arms and legs are 4.
Okay.
Your armor has a potential soak of 5.
Soak of 5. Okay.
Yep. So anytime that you get hit by combat level damage, in Rift's equivalency, it would be MDC, or what we're referring to as military scale damage. You will roll that 5 dice to see how much of it you absorb.
Okay.
Anything you don't absorb obviously goes to one of those body parts and those health levels of armor.
Okay. Thank you.
Make sense?
Yes, it does. It's kind of like cyberpunk almost.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Alrighty. So all of you have gotten your things together, got your restocked. As of this point, any exhausted willpower that you might have has been replenished. Your health is back to full if you had any damage. Nothing to worry about there. And we have a cat on screen. Shadow is saying hi.
Oh.
Kitty, kitty.
It's our
And-
mascot.
What's that?
It's our mascot.
Yes.
It's a good luck charm.
Lummox Beast says, hello, kitty.
Yeah, we have a new viewer.
Yeah. Woohoo.
All right. Well, as you guys are heading back, of course, you already know the APC crew. Everybody's ready. They're on their mark. They've got the weapons crew are hot for the entirety of the trip. As you guys are heading north. Thankfully, it's relatively safe. You are to the local wildlife. You're perceived as a predator. Given the size of the APC as it rumbles and rolls through, so it's not like anything is jumping out to try and attack you unless it's like super huge, which you haven't encountered yet. And if you're they end up taking the highway 17, most of the way up there, which actually takes you almost right next to Northern Command, the Deer Valley command post. And as you guys get nearby, you can hear on the radio chatter and whatnot, that they've got patrols in the air around this area.
Oh, nice.
So you had eyes on within several miles of getting there, and they made sure to keep eyes on you for a good distance in that radius to make sure you were safe. However, once you start getting out past out of northern Phoenix and traveling out, good. Pardon me, didn't mean to yawn there. Get out past the 303 and Sonoran Desert Drive. Right, that was the right place. Yeah, it was. Okay. It gets pretty desolate out here. It is during the day, so you don't have the cover of night. It is a little cloudy out. And thankfully, the APC doesn't gleam, so it's not giving anything away.
We fixed that.
Right.
Yeah, it got a little trogdoored. So they end up taking the 70. They end up taking the 74 off of the 17 at this point, so they can come up on the backside of that hill to start looking around. Just as you do, comms at this point hollers to the other chief that's running the Hollow Point Hotel here and yells, "Chief, we've got aerial contact. I'm picking up four contacts in the air, unidentified."
Great. Have they seen us?
Yeah, so at that point, that's what the chief asks. And they say, well, they're not pinging on IFF, and they don't seem to be coming in our proximity as of yet. I don't think so, sir.
Well, let's park this thing. Go forth on foot.
All right, so, whoops. Here real quick. Get my Hollow Point Hotel pulled up.
And where was that happening? Like along the I-17, Jerome? Where were we at that point?
I'll actually give you some physical markers
cool.
because
Okay.
it's obviously in the air, so it's not like you can pin it down specifically.
Sure.
If you're looking at the 17 and the 74
Okay.
off ramp right there,
Yep.
in that vicinity
Gotcha.
Trying
On
to find
the-
the 74.
on the west side.
Yeah, it's getting close to Anthem. It's also known as Carefree Highway.
Yep.
AZ 74. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So as you can tell, there's still a lot of flat range out here, which land radar would indicate to you guys. The mountain isn't very big, but it does give some elevation that would help seeing the rest of Anthem, in nearby. The Hollow Point Hotel immediately gets off of the road and near the that is weird. Is that a building out there? Oh, I see. They end up pulling up behind the remains of a fallen building. It looks like it was probably some sort of range or something. So what they do is they kind of bring it up really close. So it's almost hugging the building. So that way it's not quite so noticeable from the air. And as you get out, Chief Mitchell, aka Bonesaw. Bonesaw is ready. He says, yes, Lummox Beast, this is actually taking place in Arizona. I chose it because most of Arizona has very little writing in rifts about it, and they generally don't pick up anything until they finally get to the era of Spirit West and the New West. So, so Chief Bonesaw says, "We're hugging the building. We're powering down, just in case they have something on them that can see this. We're going to continue to track targets. If you get out too far, you're going to be outside of signal range. Just keep that in mind. If that happens, geez, pardon me." He says the communications gear that you have on you has a laser line communication. Point it at the Hollow Point Hotel. We will be able to receive you loud and clear.
Understood. You have a flare gun? Just in case.
We do. And he gives you one. He says, but keep in mind, all of China is going to know you're here if you throw something
I'm aware.
up like that.
This is the oh hell.
Understood. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. Private, why don't you show us what you've learned?
All right. Keep it low and tight, guys.
Insert the Mission Impossible theme song.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and Chip, you're clearly not in your armor.
Right, of course, yeah. Not going to be stealthy.
Yep.
Tiny flying armor.
I know.
Super loud.
It's like, what is that shiny object walking on the ground over there?
Clank,
With
clank,
big
clank.
engines.
Yeah.
Clank, clank.
Mhm.
Yep. So, I guess you'll take lead.
All right. So at this point, I need everybody to give me give me dex and stealth checks. Difficulty 7 initially.
Watch me fail.
Oh, God.
I know. Watch me fail.
Not what I was built for.
And then Matilda, you need to give me intelligence and survival.
As well? Okay.
Yes.
Or, okay. So both.
Because you're basically guiding them there, and you're trying to stick to whatever brush that you can, or
Right.
navigating in such a fashion that you're not going to leave a trail.
Right. Yeah. She's using everything that her team taught her. So we're using MM in this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here's my stealth roll.
I'm glad the rest of you paid attention in stealth class.
1.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have nothing in stealth and 2 in dex, and I rolled so I rolled 2 dice, but luckily I got two successes.
I have the same and did not.
Okay, and this one is survival.
You're doing that too much this game. This is a problem.
What's the difficulty? Was it difficulty 7 for my survival roll
No,
as well?
difficulty
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I rolled a difficulty 7.
Yeah, this is she
well,
has
yeah,
a difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use my reroll.
Shoot.
So that is my last reroll that I've been keeping since my hiatus. So if you guys are feeling generous, I will take one. 2 successes.
Okay. And you just got another one from Brittany?
Thank you, Brittany. I love you.
Perfect.
So who failed?
I did.
Just Mike. Okay. Not bad. So you guys are you're quickly hot-footed across the remains of Carefree Highway. And you're trying to stay low to the ground and close to any brush as possible, and or trying to stick to any of the natural broken up roads out here that are, padded down dirt. A lot of this place is still very similar to what you would expect in real life now. However, the topography is a little different because of the massive earthquakes and everything that happened here. So you end up heading north. You do end up getting a brief radio burst from the Hollow Point Hotel, who tell you that you should probably take cover. The aerial recon is nearby.
Okay, do I see a place to take cover?
You do see a broken building. It looks like it was probably for a shooting range out here.
Okay, I'll point that out to the chief.
Let's go.
She'll say, faster, faster, faster.
Okay, give me stealth checks again. Difficulty 6.
Oops. Hold on. Don't ignore that roll. I hit the wrong button. I got a more colorful failure this time.
3. Well, I'm telling you, we're going to have to work on your stealth, Chief. The private's going to be teaching you stealth.
It's hard to practice on the base.
She'll take you out in the bush. In the tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds and ash.
Let's see if they can spot you. Okay, so as you are walking along and you're getting up to that facility, it looks like at one point in time it was probably a nice building for the gun range. It does of course have a layer of dirt and ash that kind of come up to it. The roof is partially collapsed. Lummox B says, "You can do it, Chief."
Apparently not.
And as you guys are starting to get near that building, you hear this, "Stage fright, go away. This is my big day." And it's coming from the chief.
What are you doing?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted.
Oh,
You can hear it coming from his person.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was singing it. I was
No.
like, that was my failure. I was like, la, la, la. I will pull out my cell phone.
Okay, you look at your cell phone, it's not doing it. You know.
Okay, well, then,
This is my chance to be a
What is it?
star. And so it's the binoculars.
what the hell?
It
His binoculars sing?
it looks like it's going through a brief boot sequence as now that you look at it, and then it's ready. You accidentally hit the button. It's actually powered. That's one of the reasons why it has the range that it has. But it has this like on the screen on the inside. It's obviously small. You have to pull it up to look at it. But there's this girl. She can't be more than maybe 18. Japanese girl who is like doing a little sing and dance and whatnot. And for those of you who are in the know, that was Minmay.
yeah.
You know, Lieutenant Nichols could have warned us.
Mhm.
Yes.
And the feelings I feel are
I'm sure he's getting a good
unreal.
laugh.
Or at least turned it to silent before handing them over on a recon mission.
I was going to like muffle them.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Once you realized it, you see the button, like you can just hit home or
All right.
ready or whatnot, and it just stops. That was just its boot sequence.
I would tell the other guys like,
So I'm gonna look up to see if they heard it.
You can see almost like vultures, like circling around, like they picked up on something. So now's the time for everybody to duck and cover.
So she's going to bring her finger up to her lips and hope that you guys realize that means radio silence.
All right, well, crouch and wait.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
because she'll give the sign to stay low.
So, well, you're right there at the building. You
Yeah.
can crawl onto the inside for additional cover if you'd like.
Oh, I thought we were inside. Yeah, we're going inside.
Okay.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. Everybody give me another stealth check. This time it's difficulty 5 for a little bit of cover.
Mike, maybe you should spin a willpower.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to blow willpower just based on past
One.
performance. Of course, I get. Or no, that was Brittany. Well, I still got. Yeah, I rolled 2 successes and lost a willpower in the so 3 successes. Dang it!
4 successes.
All right. Well, you wait. You kind of watch. You're looking out the hole that's in the roof, looking around, and you could also see some of their shadows occasionally cross over. And then they end up going east.
So while we're sitting there waiting, does it look like the place has already been looted?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No ammo, no nothing, huh?
Not as far as you can tell. No. This place has been picked clean.
I was going to say the gun range would probably be the first place picked clean.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything pretty much has been picked clean from here, like the small little refrigeration units where they probably held like sport drinks and snacks, to obviously the racks of target rounds and loaner weapons for people coming out to the range. Like all of that, is gone. Not even the merch here is around. But since you asked that question, Matilda, why don't you give me a perception and investigations check?
Okay. Two.
Okay. If something this far out has been picked clean already, and the fact that you're seeing those guys overhead, someone's base camp may be nearby.
She'll relay that quietly to the chief. That it's possible that we could come upon a base camp, so need to be extra tentative.
Well, that's what we're here to find.
Yeah, well, we could accidentally walk up on him.
Should we follow the flying things? Would they be heading back to the base camp?
Well, or they could be like going farther on their patrol. They could be circling the entire area.
So
But-
based on the map that they studied before leaving,
Mm-hmm.
so they were heading east. Where the place that we're supposed to scout, where are they compared to where the recon team is going? So are they like north of us, south of us, west of us?
I don't know what you mean by that question.
Well, like our location right now.
Mm-hmm.
You said that the recon guys in the sky were heading east.
Yes.
So the place that we are supposed to recon, where is that?
You
Is it
guys are
north of us?
It's north of you. You
Okay.
If you're looking at the map, you guys are at the Ben Avery shooting facility.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, she'll say,
So
well,
really anywhere along that ridge you guys could get up and start looking around.
they headed east. Your target's north, so I don't think I would be following them. I think Specialist is right. They're continuing their sweep, but we need to be mindful that they could come back at any time, so we should hurry.
Right.
Yes.
So ready when you are, Chief.
Guys, I put a little clip of the map in the Discord chat.
Oh, thanks.
And we're at that the lower left, not the
Yeah.
green dot down there, the spinning
Yeah.
retrieving facility.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, we need elevation.
Yeah.
We need to follow them directly. So let's head up that mountain.
Okay.
So are you going to go to the lower peak, or are you going to try and go to the ones a little bit north of that, northwest?
It's up to Chief.
Well, what I want to do is kind of head to the gap in between them, because I don't want to, we'll be silhouetted if we get to like the very peak of everything. So I don't want to climb to the peak. I want to, if we're right on that green dot, I just want to go up the hill to the ridge, not necessarily the middle of the ridge, just somewhere off to the side, and get a peek over the mountain. I see that there are other hills between us and Anthem proper.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to get high enough.
That's actually
here.
all a part of Anthem.
Yeah.
Sorry?
It's all a part of Anthem.
Okay.
So we're wanting to hit the two hills just before Pioneer Living History Museum, right?
Right.
Well, yeah. You see that split in the mountains?
Uh-huh.
That's where I want to head.
Jerome, would we have known what the elevation was before we left?
Yeah.
Of both of those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So based on that information, can I make a roll to determine which one would actually be better to do?
If you're trying to get a lay of the land, the northeastern or northwestern peak is the better of the two.
Okay.
The chief, as he's explaining, he's trying to get cover and look, so you're not going to get nearly the range by doing that, but he's trying to keep from being seen too. So that's why he's trying to go in the middle.
So she'll relay that, her information, and then let him decide, make the final decision based on the information that she gives him.
Yeah, higher is obviously better, but also if we can go partway up, if we can get to one of these ridges and that's enough, then we don't have to climb the rest of that mountain unnecessarily. If it's not enough, we still have the option of climbing the mountain.
That's what I was going to say. What if we go ahead and keep it open, that if we can't see anything, we just continue upward?
Well, yeah, that's
okay. Sounds good to me, Chief.
Okay, so at this point, why doesn't everybody give me strength and survival?
Hey, a slightly better roll. Not much better, but better. Two successes.
I'm going to re-roll that.
4.
And I'll spend a willpower this time.
Oh, look who can't climb without his flighting suit.
Yeah.
Just out of practice.
Like a fish out of water, or a bird out of the sky.
Yeah.
Keep going. I know, sweetheart.
Apparently, I have 4 successes.
Yeah, me too.
Nice. I had to banish Shadow.
Was she getting at your feet again?
She was ankle biting.
Yep.
I get toe biting.
I think she wants her dinner, but she doesn't get her dinner for another hour.
Like, goddamn, 12:30. Oh, right.
Right.
All right, so it looks like everybody had some successes here. Good.
Yep.
All right, so yes, Lummox Beast says that's just kitty love. So you start hiking up the mountain at this point, trying to stay out of sight, but also get to a level of elevation that will give you a good overview of the area without being overly seen. How far do you plan on taking it up in that gap?
I mean, hang on. Are you looking at the terrain layout? Okay, that oh, it has a measurement on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That line right below 2,000, is that about how high you're going to go?
Yeah, I was looking at the 2,000 line. Yeah.
Okay, so you're at about 1,500 feet at that point then.
Okay.
Alrighty. No problemo. So, are all of you going up, or is it just Marcus?
Well, I'm bringing Chip at least, but I'm assuming all of us.
Okay, so just all of you going up. All right. So then
I was going to say, would you take the sharpshooter up with you?
everybody give
Oh
me
yeah, sharpshooter.
everybody give me Dex and Stealth again.
Oh god.
Difficulty 6. Well, you gotta you still have to try to stay hidden.
Hip to be square? Did
I'm
you
gonna
say you had to stay hip?
I'm gonna blow
Hit.
willpower again.
Okay, go ahead. And no, you would not climb the mountain to Huey Lewis in the News. That would give you away.
3.
I think this is right.
Should I re-roll, guys?
Hold on. Ignore that one.
Did you fail?
No, it's
I
not
did.
that. I rolled it wrong.
Maybe because
Okay,
We don't want to be
Chip,
seen. Yeah,
don't want to be
reroll.
seen. Yeah, I would reroll. I
And
don't
then
have
spend a
enough
willpower.
to give you guys
Oh.
any. I'm at 15. 1,500. I don't, almost
Okay.
there.
I will re-roll and add a will. Three.
That was good timing.
Oh,
So, you guys climb up part way of that hill. Why don't you now, Marcus, give me a perception and alertness check. Difficulty 6.
One success.
Okay. The range on these. Oh, by the way, the in the upper corner, it says RDF.
what does that mean?
Has like a little logo.
Oh.
on it, but-
Yeah. Okay.
So as you're looking around, you can actually go for up to 5 miles.
I was actually going to hand him to Chip because he's got better eyes than I do.
Okay. Well, you don't see. I mean, you see.
I mean, I'm going to look, but I'm going to hand him off too.
Yeah. So you look around. You can tell that a good portion of the of Anthem is just like flattened. Like it got hammered out here. Because the direction you're looking. Chip, why don't you go ahead and give me a roll?
Did we see like a base or
No,
anything on this wasteland? Okay.
not from where you're at. No.
Jerome, another thing I forgot to ask you before coming back. For my weapon, my assault rifle, would I have a scope?
Brittany, we answered that, right?
What was the question? Something about a scope?
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
what?
The answer was no.
So we don't have
No.
scopes?
The answer is always no.
Yeah.
From earlier, remember?
Oh, right.
Oh.
Sorry, I was.
Because I wanted a suppressor and a scope.
4 successes.
Or success. Okay. So I have to deal with that later. Currently, you do not have one, right?
Some sharpshooter I am.
I was thinking I have a spell for sharp eyes, but I don't want to spend 15 points because we're nowhere near a blue zone.
Right.
Well, and it's easy enough to see that we can't see. Like we would see something. Just not
Yeah,
detail.
exactly.
So let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go until we find something.
Okay, so Chip, you start scanning around. Obviously, over towards the east, there's a lot of flattened buildings and just wreck, out here.
Okay.
However, as you start to scan over towards your left, over towards the north west,
Okay.
your positioning isn't all that great because you've still got a chunk of the mountain in your way because you guys chose the gap to lay down in.
Yeah.
But you do see more of those gargoyle lights circling over in that direction,
Can I count?
as if they're patrolling in the air around something.
Can I count how many?
You know what? Let's take a looky. Okay, so there are a total of 12.
That's more than
Right.
we're supposed to be there.
So as I'm looking, I'm like, all right, Chief, the direction I'm pointed right now, I'm counting a dozen gargoyle lights. Our position isn't great. If we were higher, we'd be able to see pretty much everything, I think. But I know you're wanting to keep us safe. But can I tell about how far away those gargoyle lights are?
Actually, yes, you can, because you got a rangefinder on binoculars.
Nice.
From about where you're at, they're almost at 2 miles.
Chief,
Those gargoyles are about 2 miles out.
Chief, permission for me to take Specialist Stone and head up a little bit further?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll keep an eye out on for more gargoyles.
She'll give him a salute and give a nod to Stone
Okay.
and then point up.
Dex and stealth checks.
Yep.
And that's why I didn't want to go.
That's right. Yeah, I figured you would want to stay. Three.
I'll spend a willpower on this too. 6.
Wow, 6. He's better than I am.
The Kwisatz Haderach.
All right, so you head up further to get a better vantage point, but you're almost crawling at this point. Just in case something you haven't seen is, maybe in the air and spots you. Go ahead and give me another check as you scan around in that area.
Is this for perception and alertness this time?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you wanting us both to do it?
Difficulty 5. Well, no, just for him with the binoculars.
Just for him because he has the binoculars. Okay.
Yep.
4 successes.
All right. So you see the remains of a sign that says Federal Correction Institution, Phoenix.
Oh my god.
And there's fencing that goes all the way around this, like you would see in on a normal prison.
Okay.
Reinforced with like sheets of metal and all kinds of, like, if you played Fallout, it looks a lot like, a Raiders location.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see that on the south end of the compound, there are 6 pools. Probably water treatment at some point in time, but now some of it just looks like rotten or dried. There is a building on the south side as well. There are the remains of a parking lot that sits on the southeastern corner of this particular facility. Some vehicles that are there that are beat up. Others look like they've been mostly stripped for parts and anything serviceable that could be used on the inside.
Okay.
There is as far as you can tell, the inside, it looks like of the compound, because you have an aerial view to kind of go down.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, you can see that there are other people around. They have converted parts of this particular facility into like a base of operations. You can see that from your vantage point, you can make out that there are some people that are outside in a fenced-in area, probably like a courtyard or something, and just looking absolutely miserable.
Okay.
If you
Like
look on
they're probably the slaves or prisoners or what have you. Seems like.
something, yeah.
Okay.
So and if you look on the map, that's the name of the place, the Federal Corrections Institution, Phoenix. So it's just
Gotcha.
north of that little mountain you guys were on.
Okay.
So are there dead bodies on spikes?
No,
Okay. We have a visitor. Come here, baby. Hello, my love.
Okay. Do I see any activity or guards or
yes, oh yeah.
vehicles moving? Okay.
All the towers here are manned. All of the towers here have more of those gargoyle lights or humans on the inside.
Okay.
Why don't you give me intelligence and investigation as you're starting to kind of tally everything up?
Okay. Two successes.
Okay. So it looks like most of the towers have 3 beings in them, 2 to 3 depending. Either gargoyle light or human.
Okay.
The main checkpoint that sits on the east side of the compound, with where the parking lot was at, that's where visitors would normally come in.
Okay.
You can see 2 gargoyle lights with 4 humans that are there. So I mean, just scanning around, there's a bunch of people here.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
There are
Okay.
a bunch of targets. Hard to say how many, but you're counting at least 40 if you had to estimate. Probably more.
So she will ask him if he sees her.
Go ahead and keep playing. I'll be right back.
So he's taking a look. He's like, boy, yeah, this is clearly the place. There's so much here. I'm not sure I want to go on comms with this just in case they're able to pick this up because we're high up. But yeesh, we're dealing with
No.
at least 40 hostiles here, and they've got prisoners in a separate area.
Well, we don't know how many could be inside as well, because this was the prison. And it doesn't look like it took too much damage, so they could be utilizing the cells inside as well.
It's possible. Yeah, not quite sure why they'd have those outside. Maybe the inside is not as good as condition. I don't know. I mean, I can't see within from here, obviously, but boy, oh boy.
Yeah, we need to get them out of there as soon as possible. But this is where that tech is supposed to be that the blue guy wants.
Yeah, apparently. And I mean, this seems to be their main base of operations, so maybe a lot of what they have is actually inside. That might be what's going on primarily. Boy, okay.
Hey, Jerome, how much damage has the prison taken?
Huh?
How much damage from the earthquake did the prison take?
Oh, prison. Sound like you said person for a moment. I was like, I didn't say anything about a person. All right. It has taken some, but since it is a federal facility, it's surprisingly well intact.
Oh, yeah. And trying to see if I can zoom in on those prisoners that were outside. Do any of them look like, Miranda?
Good question. Why don't you give me another roll?
Okay.
Difficulty 7, since you're trying to find somebody specific.
Okay.
The benefit, however, is you can go up to 5 miles. So if you focus, you can peek in through some of the windows.
Nice.
Yeah, because they were just discussing that there could be more inside
Oh, shoot.
in
Failure
the
on
prison
that.
cells.
Might even be able to squeeze a booger out of George Washington's nose.
Yeah.
No, not this time. Failure.
Okay. So
She gave you the L.
I get
I'm
that
ashamed.
I get that from Brittany often, but it's usually just a side eye.
She is the authority of lame, so
So you see him looking, and he's like, I can't target her. I'm not sure if she's at this site or not.
well, let's head back down before we're seen
Right.
and let the chief know.
So you just before you go though, as you're scanning around, you do see that they have one of the vehicles. Somebody probably came back from a scavenging run or something, so they've got they have some humans offloading the stuff that was brought in. And one of the boxes that they have, it's a fairly sizable box, probably double the size of a man. So a good storage container, made of plywood, or I should say, strong wooden container,
Okay.
burned onto the side. You end up seeing the oops, that is the wrong chat. 1 second. Typey.
Well, there's nothing else happening.
Where did it go?
There is.
Smart Alec.
There we go. You see burned on the side, like one would not like light it on fire sort of thing, but press like a stamp sort of, to burn it, or laser etch or whatnot. You see the letters TCRI. And it has the universal symbol for a potential biohazard on it.
Oh, what in the... Okay, well, that's even worse.
What is it?
They have a box. They're offloading right now with the biohazard symbol.
Oh, that's probably not good.
Right. Okay. Yeah, let's get to the others.
Yeah, let's head down. So they'll start
Sure.
heading down.
Not going to make you roll for it. You guys head
Okay.
back down to where the others are at.
So report to Chief what they saw.
Okay, Chief. The Federal Collection Institution, that is clearly their base. It is crawling with at least 40 hostiles, humans and gargoylites. They've got towers all around. They're all manned with like 2 to 3 beings, whether it's gargoylites or humans within each one. South end, they've got, looks like it was water treatment, but it looks like it's not really working now. It's either rotten or dried in there. There's fencing all around. They've got it reinforced with just sheet metal, whatever they could scrounge up, it looks like. There's a parking lot in the southeast corner, beat up vehicles, but a bunch of them look like they're stripped for parts. And, well, when I was looking, they had some humans offloading stuff brought in from a vehicle that just came. And there's a box, a large one. Burned on the side is the letters TCRI and a biohazard symbol.
Just for clarification, do we have a copy of the map with us?
Yes.
Okay, so while he's
It's
telling,
not a physical one though. It's on a data pad.
okay, so she'll ask for the data pad, and so while Stone is telling Chief what they saw, she's going to be marking it on the data pad,
Sure. Okay.
so they have a physical copy of what we saw.
Alex and Marcus, why don't you both give me wits and alertness checks, or not wits and alertness, wits and awareness checks.
Hey. Listen, I'm good at a few things. I'm happy when they come up. 4 successes.
Nice.
Dose.
Okay. So you both end up feeling a bit of a pull.
What does that mean?
It means there's a blue zone or
Yep.
a ley line.
Oh. Wait, wouldn't we see it?
Not
Not if it's on
necessarily.
the other side of the mountain.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We didn't lay eyes on the prison.
Oh,
Well, hold
awesome.
on. Isn't the blue zone visible to everybody?
Again, not necessarily.
Okay.
Last thing.
If something is physically blocking it, then that could be a problem. Plus, blue zones don't necessarily, at this particular era, don't necessarily mean ley lines.
Okay.
Yeah, just the last thing, Chief. Looks like they do also have prisoners. I saw a group of them in a fenced-in area. Might even be using them as slaves. Can't really tell.
Yeah, and that's not including what we couldn't see inside.
Right.
And I have a feeling the tech that Mr. Blue is wanting is probably inside as well. This is not going to be an easy egg to crack.
No. Did you happen to see? Are there any? So he's looking at the map. Is there? So there's a road in here already. There always was. Did you happen to see if its condition or if there were any other routes being used for entrance and egress?
Was it seeing any more other than that one, Jerome, or was that the only one?
There are two. There's the obvious one, right? The remains of North 45th Ave.
Okay.
But then there's also a heavily used trail that runs along the west side of the compound.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she'll mark that.
So he'll mention that it's like, well, there's the 45th Avenue one. That's just the direct way, and then there's a trail to the west that can be used to access it.
All right. Well,
I wish that we could get like an aerial, 360 look at it so we could see weak points. But
what I'm looking at is these two sets of mountains, especially the ones that are closer to the prison. At least give us a high point if that's how we decide to approach. Damn it. Well, I think we have the intel that we're going to be able to gather now. Let's head back.
Okay, give me one check for stealth. Make sure everything's okay.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
Nope.
Nope.
One success.
4.
Holy moly.
Next time we just send the scout to do the scouting.
That's usually what you do, but it happens. All right, so boy, you guys are not liking life right now. Oh, lucky dogs. Okay. So you managed to get back undetected. It looks like any aerial reconnaissance by the time you're getting down was heading in the opposite direction.
Good time.
I want to stick around long enough to see if there's a regular rhythm to those, or I'll ask the hotel if they've been tracking it at all.
They've been monitoring.
All right. So if we can get, path of travel of the sentries, that's important info for sneaking in.
Well, that's something the intelligence officer has been doing.
Okay.
That comes with the EJPC. So they're definitely taking that in. Set. I think that's what it is, right? Let me see.
God, I just spotted myself in the stream. I look not entirely unlike Fidel Castro.
No, yeah, you're right.
I didn't think about that, but you're not
Neither did I
wrong.
until I spotted myself.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my.
As Lummox Beast tells you, watch out, the rhythm is going to get you. The rhythm is going to get you tonight.
That right there.
Yay! And on top of that, we got Kaiser Soze, who just subscribed. So thank you very much. All right, so you guys managed to head back, and at this point, the Hollow Point Hotel is judiciously booking it out just in case.
Once we get on board, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And instead of going all the way back, they actually bring you back to the Deer Valley base.
Okay.
Since it's much closer. So, for those of you who none of you have actually been to the Deer Valley base at this point. The Deer Valley location, it actually takes up almost a city block in that particular area. I thought I had it on here. I know I had it. I just trying to find the stupid link again for the map. My map, not yours, obviously. Is this where I have it? Maps. Yay. That is not mine, I don't think. Yeah, that is. The problem is we have the same name, so it's hard for me to determine which one was mine and which one is yours.
Survivor's Dawn. Sorry, I named it after your game. Or your game.
Did I? I thought I had. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is the right one. This is the right one. Okay. So, since I know you guys are obviously tracking this, where's the Deer Valley one? No. There we are. Okay, so the Deer Valley location actually takes up the Deer Valley Airport, as well as the Honeywell complex. Basically, it goes from 19th Avenue along Rose Garden Lane up to Pinnacle Peak Road, and then to 7th Street.
Yeah.
So it's actually a little bit more than a city block. But when you get up there, basically it's they have it obviously fortified along the roads. The airport is always completely cleaned off and ready for flights coming in or out as they need it. You can see that some of the buildings that they have here, it's mostly repurposed office buildings, but they've got obviously plenty of land to use. But as you come pulling into here, you end up seeing robots like come walking past every so often. And when I say robots, I mean mechs, basically. They call them robots in Chaos Earth, but roughly the size of Lieutenant Nichols ride.
Can we have some?
None of you can pilot it right now,
Chief, we need some of those.
but you would see those like they patrol this area. You keeping active and whatnot as you get brought into get basically pulled in to the motor pool here, and they're going to double check the Hollow Point Hotel and everything. Skipping past the the formalities there, obviously, you're brought into the main hub for your report, and you're actually meeting directly with O'Toole himself. And what do you guys want to report?
Exactly what we've seen. Show him the map.
Sir, we have
The map.
location and
The map. The map. The map.
yeah, I'll do we have a map? Or,
We have it on the data pad.
well, no, I know. I meant on the wall.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna
No, but I mean, it's not like they can't pull it up with a a wall monitor of some kind.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell them. It looks like this Zovrak the Traitor is using the prison up in Anthem as his home base. There it is. It's well fortified. He has aerial support with these gargoyle lights. It has nearby mountains. And I'll lay out like the tactical situation.
Sure. Okay.
The flybys that we hid from, were they also gargoyle lights, or were they actual flying machines?
They were gargoyle lights.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of them were.
So was that counting the 12 in the 12, or are they separate from the 12?
Separate.
And how many were there?
A ton.
A ton.
At least 40 combined gargoylites and humans, at least in the facility.
No, I'm talking about the ones that were patrolling
I think he
the
said
air.
there were 5 on the patrol and there were 12 over the
Yeah.
base.
So
And not counting the ones that weren't flying at the moment.
yeah. So Tilly will add that they've got that they actually hid from 5 that are looks like they're patrolling the outskirts of their facility. So we have that as well.
There were some prisoners in the yard. It's impossible to tell how many prisoners were inside the prison itself, which I'm assuming that's where most of them are. That's what we've got. I don't know how we can. I don't know if we can assault this place, because obviously we're going to casualties. The collateral damage is going to be astronomical. We need to figure out another way.
It would take several teams, in my opinion, to crack this place.
And we would lose the prisoners.
Yes. Because you would have to take and use very heavy.
No, that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
We're not going to lose these prisoners.
But how do we go about getting them out?
Yes, that's what I just said. That's what we're doing.
So, O'Toole at that point is mulling that over, and he says, "In the meantime, then I'm going to have the rest of you stand down while we work on some sort of operational procedure to move on this particular location. So stay frosty. We should have something for you in perhaps a couple hours."
Turn around to everybody else. You're dismissed.
Okay,
Understood.
I guess we'll walk around.
When we're walking around, I'm going to be walking around with the ladies to talk to them and just be like, he's likely going to be even more on edge because there's a decent chance that that lady that he's looking for, Miranda, could be at that base or nearby. She's a VIP for him.
Is this like a relationship VIP?
So hold on.
An old friend.
Oh, okay.
So you guys aren't going to hear this, but I got to role play with O'Toole.
Yep.
So remember that you don't know this information. But so after they're gone, I'm going to be like, sir, I may need to recuse myself from this mission.
And why is that?
My ex-wife and my child are being held there.
And you're certain of this?
They were spotted in the intel that we've got at our base from Mr. Ryan. And we had previous intel that they were picked up by slavers at the zoo already. So we didn't know where, but now that we know that they were in this caravan that we were sent to investigate with the photography that we got, Miranda was spotted by one of my team. So yes, she's there. And I'm not sure I can put me in reserve, but if I'm part of the assault, I don't want to risk the team if I lose discipline trying to rescue my family.
Understood.
Sergeant Carter is perfectly capable of leading a military strike.
I understand. Keep in mind, though, how short-staffed we are.
It's a request, sir. I'll go if you order me to. I just wanted to make my concerns noted.
Noted. Was there anything else?
That's all, sir.
Dismissed.
Also, because Mike is going to miss the next 2 games, so
That's a good way to recuse. Yeah.
up with a reason.
Good point.
All right.
So-
He's going to go find Dr. Argo
Dr. Argo
So-
actually isn't here. He's at the other base.
at our base.
Yep.
Oh well, hell, okay, that's right.
So it looks like I need a scope.
Which you guys will be able to work on that for the next game as we get ready for dealing with the compound. Those of you who are here get treated to pork on a fork.
Ooh.
Pork on a fork.
So basically, it was a restaurant named Pork on a Fork.
Yeah.
That they have turned into, an outside eatery for civilian and military types.
Nice.
So it still kept all of its corporate look and whatnot, but they're serving whatever they have available. It is very different being here than it is at your other base, which was it was very closed and contained and confined. Here, it's like there are whole streets that you can walk down, and it's inside their purview of protection.
It's actually a nice base. You almost kind of forget that you're in a base.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot. I need to pull this up real quick because you would see this you would actually see this on the tarmac. And it's only one. I'm going to post this in the Discord chat.
Yeah, I looked that up and started laughing.
What's that?
Or
The
maybe
TCRI.
TCRI.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, oh, I'm like, where are you putting it? I have so many channels of communication. Ooh, that's nice.
So, yeah, you see that's out there on the tarmac. currently being serviced and whatnot.
Hey, Stone, check it out.
Oh, yeah. Me likey. Let's use that against the
Place
thing.
is- this
We'll
place is
only
really
need that.
fancy.
You want to get a closer look?
If they'll let
If they'll
us.
let us.
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, so as you guys go to approach, obviously there are guards that are going to keep you away, but it's not like you can't walk onto the tarmac and actually see it, from a distance. It's big. In essence, what they've done is they've taken what was probably a cargo plane. It's very reminiscent of a 20th century B-52 bomber, but bigger.
Yeah.
So they basically kind of used that as the model and then said, I need more guns. No, I need more guns.
Right.
It needs bombs and it needs more guns. And that's basically, what they've converted it, what they have for
Yeah.
it. So
I wonder how many push-ups you'd have to do to get one of those.
and Lummox
All of
Beast,
them.
since you're wanting to know, this is basically a precursor to the AC-29 Air Castle Bomber. Since he's a Rift player, he should probably know what that is.
Cool.
So at any rate, that's where we're going to stop for the evening. So we've got some RP votes to do here real quick.
You have XP too, because it's first game of the month. Yeah.
No.
Not.
Nope. We
No.
had it on
We got 3 this month.
Oh, okay, that's right.
All right. So starting with Dale, RP vote.
I am going to go for Mike for holding that bit of info, even though I kind of knew that was going on from the very beginning, but you held it to your chest. That's very
I've been
cool.
trying to
Cool.
I have a whole backstory. I've been trying to spoon feed you guys because what's the purpose of writing a backstory if nobody learns it, right? So
Right, yeah.
it's all there to be discovered. There's a lot, but
Awesome.
so yeah, I wasn't going to let you guys know yet, but I also needed a reason to skip the next 2 games. So here we are.
Nice.
Clever.
Okay. Brittany.
I'm gonna go with Shelly for being super useful today. Like
Aw.
particularly useful with the stealthy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get the big L.
Okay. Mike.
Yeah, Shelly for the same reason, for coming in clutch with the concept and also having the dice rolls to back it.
Okay. And Shelly.
Dale, because he pulled off being stealthy with my little scout and was able to get the recon that she should have gotten with her scope, but yes, she didn't have her scope with her. So yes, kudos to Mr. Stone.
Sweet.
You're never
Okay.
getting a scoop now.
So Shelly, you end up getting the RP vote. So that's an extra 2 points for you.
Thank you.
You can add to your character sheet. Yeah, and Lummox Beast, we have 4 games that we play on this channel. 3 are next week. So Wednesday is Star Wars. That kicks off at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Friday of next week is our Mythic Savannah or World of Darkness mix game. And then the following Saturday, we play Marvel Superheroes. And Marvel Superheroes is at 6 p.m. on Saturday. This particular game will be played again on October the 2nd. So that
we
is
do
going to
each
be...
of our games every other week.
Yeah, they're all bi-weekly. And it's going to be Christmas in October.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Star Wars rules are the original, the OGs, the West End game, D6. Yeah, but Christmas in October next month. So we also celebrate birthday XPs. And we have 3 people this time,
Think so.
or
For
4.
what? Oh,
No, I have one.
Yeah.
28th.
At least 3.
Dale, Britt, and myself all have birthday XP. So, or I give mine to everybody. So yeah. Anywho, Yeah, so by all means, stop by, hang out with us. We love having people to chat with, for a game. And as you continue to watch, you'll earn channel points. And as you earn channel points, you can either play sounds if you'd like, or you could redeem for rerolls for the players or for the villains if you get enough. So there's definitely that. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for the chatting. Thank you for the commentary. And we will catch you guys all again next time. Good night.
Good night.